For me, social enterprise, if you've never heard of it or not too clear on really what it means, it's really business with purpose, not for private profit. It's not for private profit concept explained in mutuals, cooperatives, essentially communities which own the assets and share them around and make sure that we're actually lifting larger groups up rather than just one person driving around in Ferraris. We're really looking at this idea of a sustainable revenue, sustainable streams of money which will actually create autonomy for the community sector. When you have a decision over your own, where your money comes from, you can decide where it's used. If you're 80 or 90% funded by the government, you're largely owned by the government as well because they decide what your KPIs are. So if we can break away from that, we can break away and start to fund ourselves more and more through different services, different innovative approaches. We start to find this theme of emancipation through entrepreneurship. And I think that's really important. It's also really important that the conversation you were having about national versus local funding, I think that's really interesting. There is this need for not a vanilla solution for the whole of New Zealand. There are some really specific problems in different communities. So really finding these solutions, create them in your own community, and do it with a local focus, do it with a commitment to stay. You have a lot of these larger corporations which will come in for 3 years, find that actually it's not so profitable and they'll leave. And that leaves a big hole in the community. If we can actually own those assets and be in it for the long run, we're talking intergenerational here. We're getting a lot bigger focus than just the next 4 years of economic growth.